Bry.
Is that what we used to do? Yeah, Sago! Yeah. Dude, how long has it been?
At least 3 months, I think. At least.
God.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, we're sorry, everyone.
Apologies, man.
Spider-Man brought us back. But a blip happened, right? The blip happened and...
No, just like how everybody forgot about Peter Parker, we forgot the password to the account, of course.
Sorry, man. But we are back to talk about Spider-Man, and it's a brand new day.
Yeah, it is indeed a brand new day. If anything, it's very early in the morning because we're recording this at 5 a.m.
Oh, yes. Watch Spider-Man a couple times already, and
wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, you went more than once?
Yeah.
Dude, the movie just came out. We're recording this on like Thursday. What do you mean?
Well, maybe I have my connections.
You sat down twice in like 1 or 2 days to watch Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. Okay.
You don't think it's that good?
No, I mean, it's good. I've never watched a movie, leave the theater, and then say, I gotta watch it one more time. It's like King Neptune out of SpongeBob. You like just spit it up and then just eat it again. It's like, wait, what?
That's how I feel about Odyssey, but I just haven't gotten the time to go back.
Oh, of course, the Odyssey. Yeah. Another movie, Brago highly recommends.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do. But today it's about Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider Guy.
And sorry, where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about Peter Parker? How do you feel about Tom Holland's performance in this one?
Oh, I love Tom Holland. Are we gonna get into spoilers? I feel like people are gonna ask that first, right? Like, is this a spoiler video, or are we just gonna beat around the bush a little bit?
No beating around the bush.
Okay, so we're going straight into spoilers. Okay.
Straight into spoilers. Go watch the movie.
Yeah. Okay. First thing we can start with, Tom Holland's performance. I think it's fantastic. I mean, I'm not like a movie snob or actor snob. I'm very basic. I think he played it well. You know, he felt like Spider-Man. I don't know what else to say about that one.
No, I get you. I think I don't have as much knowledge with the comics. Right?
Yeah.
Because, sometimes people compare like comic book material versus how they should be. People have been doing that with Spider-Man 2025, saying, well, this is the best Superman 2025, saying this is the best Superman I've ever seen. And I'm like, not for me. But they're like, well, I read the comics, so I have just more knowledge, and he did an amazing job. I'm like, okay, I understand that perspective.
Yeah.
My knowledge of Spider-Man just goes back to, I want to say the 90s with like that original Spider-Man animation I used to watch back in the day. And so that was like my first kind of experience with Spider-Man. And from there, it's been obviously the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and now Tom Holland. And then, of course, the Spider-Verse films as well. I don't know, man. It feels like, as far as Peter Parker, this is the best performance I've seen out of Tom Holland, and the best performance from, like, in a Spider-Man film. It just feels great. And I think it goes really well with like the theme of the movie, where essentially he's trying to find himself, find a balance based on everything that's going on in his life. Because he basically just ignored everything else and went straight full on Spider-Man. Like, he neglected Peter Parker, and it was just all about Spider-Man for going on 4 years. I'm assuming the time skip.
Yeah, like the entirety of college, pretty much.
College, right?
Yeah.
It's the entirety of college. He just neglected everything and everybody else. There was even a girl trying to talk to him, and she's like, oh, we live on the same floor. He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he's trying to stay loyal to Zendaya or MJ. I get it, but like, she doesn't know you. I mean, that's a tough one, dude.
A part of him in the film, it feels like, and I talked about this in my review, it feels like when you're watching a movie and you've already seen it, you know what's going to happen, and you're talking to the actor like, don't do it. Don't do it. You know they can't hear you, but you're still saying it anyway.
Yeah, I think in that scene, I was like screaming, sleep with her, come on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
but that you talking about the scene where like
The
they
elevator girl.
kiss?
Oh,
Oh, the elevator girl.
yeah. I mean, like you said, he was neglecting himself, so it's like, yeah, just release it for a second Spider-Man. He has no reprieve, dude. He doesn't even jack
I was
off.
thinking about that. I was like,
Feel bad for the guy.
that's tough. Because just 1000% just work all the time.
Yeah,
And then
nonstop.
and he doesn't have a job. That's
Dude,
all he does.
Cobwebs are forming in his house, and that was before we learned about the whole arachnid plot line. It's like, oh, like the spiders and the cobwebs are here because he's got no action. Nothing's happening.
He's just there.
Eating
Yeah.
pizzas,
So
fighting crime. That's his daily life. Nothing else.
I think, I don't know, oddly enough, this was probably one of the most relatable Spider-Man films.
I'd say so. Yeah, in my review, I also brought that up. I was like, yeah, like Spider-Man, like the solution to all of his problems right in front of him. Very simple,
Yeah.
but it's awkward, right? Like, oh, I have to talk to Ned. I have to talk to, MJ again. They don't know who I am. He just didn't want to do that. He didn't want to hurt the people around him. So he just kind of
took
stayed
on all of
away.
it. Yeah, he just took on
It's relatable,
everything.
man. I get it.
Yeah, very relatable. Also, I know her as Tina from The Bear.
I was about to say the same thing. I loved her. I thought she was a fantastic addition.
She's great on The Bear. She is great here. I said it reminded me of the Batman James Gordon relationship
Yeah.
where they're helping each other, and she understands the value of Spider-Man. It's not like in the past where we had people that are like, I understand why you do what you do, but I still can't allow you to do what you do. She's just like, hey,
Like Civil War.
let's just It's just like, yo, like, I get it. Let's just work together.
The
and
kids
it makes
say
it easier.
hello.
It's just a nice relationship that I feel like in my head, watching superhero films, that's what I've always wanted. Where like, just get along with the cops, Like for the cops to get along with the superhero. Like he's helping you guys. He's making your job easier. And Peter at the same time, he's kind of like just, being cool too. Like, oh, this is what I know. This is what I have. Of course, she's ignoring certain things so that she doesn't get in trouble. She's like, yeah, I'm just going to ignore that you said that. But
yeah, I'm gonna ignore that you can like face track everybody in the city. That's definitely illegal, but you're solving crime. You're a good kid. Sure.
I get it. Just don't tell me that. I did feel like, in a way, Peter kind of warmed up to her as well because he was also trying to fill a void.
Yeah.
With losing Aunt May. So,
She's
but
the new
it was
Aunt
like
May.
In his life, kinda.
Yeah.
Right?
Older,
but then she's like,
figure.
Yeah, but then she's like, I don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about me. Like, you don't even know my kids' names. He's like, oh.
But by the end of the movie, he learns it. So, it shows the growth. It shows the growth.
It's some growth going on there. But I think just how, and again, with more context, saw Tom Holland in the Odyssey and here. And he wasn't bad. I think he had a great performance in the Odyssey. But he is so comfortable being Spider-Man. Like, he just knows, like, this is me. This is what I do. So, like, the performances, even though he's great in Odyssey, it just, like, he's just more comfortable in this role here. And this is what, the fourth movie?
Yeah, it's the fourth movie.
It doesn't feel like it. As far as, once you get to four, where, like, somebody doing
You're like
kind of the same movie four times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that.
No?
I'm like, hey, man, let's keep it going.
But hey, he said he wants to pass the torch. I think they're thinking about bringing in a new Spider-Man soon. Or at least that's what I've heard. So we might not have him for too much longer, but Marvel. Dude, I feel like Marvel actors are like, yeah, I'm not going to play Captain America anymore. I'm passing the torch. All right, bring back that contract, dude. Come on. Like Tony Stark,
until there's 10 million in front of you or 100 million in front of you. Then you're like, oh,
or I feel like you leave Marvel and then there's like some movies and you're like, all right, maybe Marvel maybe they're kind of
Here's
good.
a perfect example of that.
I get it.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah.
Hugh Jackman has been trying to not play Wolverine.
I'm not Wolverine, guys. I'm not this gritty Wolfman British dude.
Sorry, bro.
I want to be something else.
You are.
Yeah.
You are our Wolverine, And so I think it's going to be that way for Tom Holland, you're just our Spider-Man.
It's like Daniel Radcliffe, right? Whenever I see him, I just think of Harry Potter. No matter what movie he's in. And I feel bad for that, but it's like, I can't break it, dude. I'm sorry.
The good part with Tom Holland, I think he can actually play for Spider-Man for another 10 years, not 10
Oh
movies.
my God. I was going to say, like, geez, let him go, Brago. Okay, 10 is crazy.
10 is crazy, but it might not be.
If we just locked Tom Holland in the costume and we just never let him go?
Here's what, the thing is, 10 movies sound crazy, but I think, especially with how this movie's tracking over this weekend.
Oh, yeah, let me look at those numbers.
It is surpassing Avengers numbers.
I mean, I will say this. I went to the very first showing, which obviously first showing's going to be busy. It was packed. People were sitting in like the dead row at the very front, and they had to like literally break their necks to watch the movie, but they were chilling. Yeah. And I was like, dude, that's crazy, man.
Every seat was filled. I know there are not that many people that have wheelchairs. That they were there. Every single seat. And then I hadn't seen this in a while, but I didn't go to one of the first showings of the day when it came out.
Yeah.
But I went to a later showing the day it came out. It was not only packed, but people were staying behind in the lobby talking about the movie. And beyond that, they were outside the theater in the parking lot talking about the movie. And so it just felt like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Everybody was just there. And of course, in Spider-Man gear, right?
Yeah.
People are decked out in Spider-Man gear.
Spider-Man blankets, brother.
Exactly. Just really celebrating Spider-Man. And it made me come to the conclusion that I think Spider-Man has become this generation's like premier superhero.
I think so too. I looked it up right now.
Yeah.
It's not on track to beat Avengers, but it is on track to be the best solo character film ever. And I get it, and when it comes to like Marvel movies, DC movies, I get that there is superhero fatigue, but I feel like that's only for I only feel like that's for bad superheroes. You know what I mean? Like there's some superheroes that put your ass in a seat. Spider-Man is one of them, dude. He really is. I felt no fatigue watching this.
No fatigue, and this is including the Spider-Verse films, where I'm still excited for those. So I think at this point, Spider-Man is just the premier superhero. How I used to look at Superman and even Batman is how I look at Spider-Man now, where no matter what, I'm there. I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm locked in. And based on the fervor around this movie,
it was almost as hype as Supergirl.
It was close, but that's Supergirl.
No cigar. It's Supergirl, dude.
It was more hyped than Superman 2025.
Yeah.
Right? I saw more people outside just eager to talk about this film and watch this film more than Superman. Bro, they have at least, I want to say like 15 showings a day in the theater.
Yeah, my local theater has like so many showings of this. It's crazy.
But it's not only showings, right? It's showings in 3D. It's showings in like
IMAX.
Regular. It's IMAX. It's bro. So it's like several different showings every day of Spider-Man, just showing, bro, people want to watch this film. So yeah, man.
I mean, it is worth the hype. I thought it was so good. And one thing, so I didn't watch any trailers. Surprisingly enough, typically when I watch a movie, I look up the ending, I look up the trailers. Sometimes I'll even
coming to our side.
Sometimes
here we go.
Sometimes I'll even scan the camera footage. Somebody recorded it on their phone. Like, let me just see what's happening. I don't really care about spoilers. This was one of the few times I didn't look at spoilers. Not because I didn't want to, Brago. Don't get too happy. It's just because I was really busy playing video games. I was at work.
Come on over.
Working. I had, I was addicted to Power World for that week.
He's like, I didn't have time for spoilers.
Yeah, I didn't have time for it. But coming into the movie, I didn't expect to see one of my favorite actors, top 5 meatheads out there, alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I have this guy, John Bernthal. Yeah, I think that's his last name. I love him as the
Punisher. On an absolute heater.
He's so good. I loved him in there's a Netflix show I just watched him in, which was His and Hers.
His and
I
hers.
love him.
He was
He
great in there.
plays the same guy no matter where he is, who he is, and the Punisher is no different. I love him.
You know what the character he plays is? It's a grown-up jock,
Yeah,
right? Whereas just
pretty
I was
much.
maybe an asshole back in the day, but I'm still an asshole, but with some
heart?
candor.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
I've grown, and it's like you can appreciate that, and he nails it. He plays
And his
that role
accent.
in The Bear. What else was he?
Yeah,
in?
he is
was
in The Bear with
something
Tina,
else.
huh? Yeah,
Yes, he's in The
that's
Bear
so
with Tina.
nice.
He obviously is in The Punisher. He's in The Odyssey with Tom and Zendaya.
Yeah, it's so
which,
crazy.
mind you, that chemistry with Zendaya, Tom, and John, it is fantastic, man. Those scenes
That must be
between
so
those
weird
three,
for you, watching The Odyssey and then coming here, and it's just like the same cast. Just
it's
I
but
don't know.
that's the thing where like it's the same cast, but they play such different characters, except for John, obviously. But with Zendaya, she's completely different than when she's in The Odyssey, and Tom, like it's completely like just night and day.
Oh my God, you're wearing a Spider-Man shirt. I just realized that.
I am, of course.
So silly.
Come
I wish I
on!
had Spider-Man merch, man. I don't got
Come
anything.
on,
got
son, I'm
anything,
in
man.
there. No, so like those three being in the scene together, I enjoyed it so much because it just like the jokes are flying. I think
Yeah.
obviously the chemistry is there. You can tell they're comfortable. I think you got it. And then we got to talk about Frank Castle, the Punisher. Again, John Bernthal, him and Spidey just work.
Dude, it feels like a
just
weird
work.
father-son relationship. And I love the whole thing where he brings Zendaya, or MJ, so I keep on calling her Zendaya. He brings her to Frank Castle's little abode, right? That boat.
Yeah.
In the middle of the harbor. And I love how, like, without even, like, knowing if he was going to say yes or no, I knew he was going to say yes. Because it's like, dude, Frank
Right.
Castle lost his family, dude. If Spider-Man is worried for his girl, Frank Castle's going to look
That's
up after.
that's
Yeah,
perfect
it's-
person to take him
It's
to.
going to happen.
And so even while he's there, it's kind of giving Peter some more realization of what he's doing because he's like, I'm not here because I want to be. You know, like if I had the
Yeah.
opportunity to be with my family again, I'd be there 1000%.
Yeah, I would ditch
ASAP.
this, man. I'm just LARPing over
Right.
here.
Yeah, I'm just doing something just to do it at this point, right? And Peter is giving him more like context of like, all right, maybe I'm tripping a little bit. I think one of the saddest scenes was when he sees Ned and follows him to the party.
Yeah.
And he's just-
yeah.
He's just hoping that they just realize that who he is and recognize him. And he's just like, oh,
And even
please.
then, like you see, he gets like cucked for like a brief second where MJ's
Yeah.
boyfriend walks in. Dude, I could
When he
hear
did that, I
audible
was like-
gasp in the crowd. Like the crowd was like, no.
After that, I was like, I'd leave. And then he left. I was like, my man.
Yeah, no, same. I felt heartbreak when I saw that.
I was like, I'd leave.
Jesus.
I'd leave. Because if he like leads her upstairs,
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Hey, even if it's like just a room or they go off to the side to
Yeah.
talk, I don't want to see any of this, man. Get me outta
yeah.
here.
So he
No,
left
no,
immediately.
no.
So that was it was tough
Dude,
because like, man,
was-
you sacrificed this.
I was kind of hoping. Funny. I was kind of hoping that guy was gonna be like the villain, so we could beat his ass. But I was like, I know that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
You wanna
know,
be the bad guy?
Please be the bad guy. Peter, kill him.
I was just like, damn, Peter. I felt more bad for Peter than anything.
Yeah.
We also got to talk. Speaking of villain, we got to talk about the main antagonist. Well, there are a couple.
There's
One
a couple.
initially, right?
Scorpion.
That's
Played by Nacho
Nacho!
Varga. Dude, I also didn't know that was coming. I turned to my wife. I was like, yo, it's Nacho.
yeah.
It's
I said
him.
the same thing. So in this film,
So good.
I saw Nacho, I saw Tina, I just saw Mikey from The Bear, and then there was also Milicic
Who?
from Severance.
Really? Wait, who'd you play?
The guy Metzger.
Who?
The basically the CEO of Damage Control.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about a girl. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought he looked familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, whoa,
Yeah. Okay.
they're just pulling all the TV show actors in
They
over
are.
here.
They are.
Had
a brain
so
fart.
seeing after I saw Milicic or Metzger
It's so
in
good.
the movie, I was like, I don't trust him.
Yeah,
And,
he even kind of plays like a similar role. Yeah, just I
here's-
saw him.
here's
I
what-
knew he was bad, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And again, based on what he plays in Severance, it, you know, but you know what this relationship made me think of? How Metzger was?
What?
I thought of Invincible.
Oh,
He reminded me of Cecil,
okay.
especially after Spidey saw the ninja group. He's like, don't worry, they're good now.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
And then you turn around and there's like super villain weapons. It's like, oh no. They're like, we're working on it.
Yeah,
We're just,
you see,
we got to
and it just
repurpose
felt,
them, man.
it felt like Invincible, where it's like just Cecil just doing what's best for the world. And then when they pulled out the Spider-Man, the anti-Spider-Man weapons, where they were going directly against like his webs and stuff, I'm like, okay,
It
I
makes
see what's
sense
going
though.
on here.
Hear me out. I do think that damage control has a good purpose. It's just led by a guy that's a little bit maybe you don't start by torturing and kidnapping. He should have given Jean Grey and Sarah Grey the Spider-Man treatment. Like, hey, you want to work for humanity? Cool. No? All right, now we torture you. I feel like because they went straight to kidnapping, that made them the bad guys. They could have been good. We need damage control.
From what? I mean, this is kind of like a Civil War.
Yeah, it's like
conversation.
Civil War. It's a just in case, like, oh, like what?
Yeah.
They trust Spider-Man, but what if Spider-Man does go bad one day? Like, you need something on the back burner. Like, Batman has that all the time. Like, Batman's always
this
ready to fight a
entire debate.
superhero, just in case.
1 minute Invincible spoilers, guys. So skip ahead 1 minute. Had this entire debate with some people from my Patreon when we were talking about it, because I was rocking with Cecil with what he did to Mark by putting that thing in his brain, where I was like, it's not right.
But I get it.
Morally, it's wrong, but I get it.
Yeah, I
Considering
get it.
what Nolan did to the Chicago and how many people he killed, yeah, I'm gonna be a bit more skeptical of his son. Where it's just,
Gotta be careful,
know.
man.
I don't know, especially when Spider-Man is one thing, but like with basically a Superman variant, we can't control you. We can't stop you if anything happens, which I've come around where now I'm like, no, Cecil, not Mark. You don't do Mark like that. Mark is amazing. But back, I'm like, I understand why these concessions are necessary, right? These things are put in place just in case something was to happen. But this goes back as well to, what if somebody takes control of the thing you're using to control Mark? Because if you can control him, what if somebody else takes over? So it's
dangerous.
It's very, very dangerous. But what's even more dangerous is Spider-Man coming up with a way to control powers for superheroes.
Yeah, what is it, like the immunoblocker
The inhibitor.
or something? The inhibitor, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, even Bruce Banner says, yeah, but then it's just general and it's controlling just all superhero powers, no?
But it's also like, I mean, if it's that easy to make, I mean, might as well have a couple on hand.
Might as well, but it's so dangerous.
Because it's easier
so
to make a
dangerous.
universal one than it is to make one that specifically blocks like the spider DNA, which was like a big thing. And that's when Bruce told me, hey, what do you know about what's good and what's bad about the spider? Or he didn't say the spider, but just in general. But it's like, yeah, I get that. And
It's a tough conversation.
Comes to damage control too. Like, I thought it was kind of funny that he ended up being the main villain, and I'm not gonna lie, by the end of the movie, I kind of forgot all about him.
Metzger, he ends up being an afterthought because it seems like he's just a vehicle. They're using him to get to a point,
which
as
kind
opposed
of
to him
is unfortunate.
initiating it. It's unfortunate, but I think the fact that he disappeared at the end of the movie means that more than likely he's going to return again.
I hope he doesn't.
But I think the only thing that it was missing, not in the movie, but in this typical trope, is him having powers himself.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna like wield
Yeah.
those like lightning gauntlets or something.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
just like a regular dude, and I feel like we were lacking a main antagonist or like a strong singular antagonist. Like you said, I thought it was gonna be him, wielding the anti-Spider-Man gear. Not the case. We
They-
had the
I-
Hand come back in, but they were like
Yeah.
nameless fodder in a way.
The goal was, I think, to get back to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man,
Yeah.
where for the past few movies it's been, well, if we don't do this, the world, if we don't do this, it's gonna. It really just got back down to bank robberies and like things just within the neighborhood that's like, it's not the end of the world, but it's pretty important. And they kept it grounded, no like insane villain. And I think they wanted to keep the focus on Jean Grey, where it's just like, really, the villain is actually Jean Grey. And then I went back to see why people were so mad at Steve Lacy. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Steve Lacy, he had an interview on, I think it was the day before opening day, so like Wednesday or so. And everyone's like, why would you spoil that? I'm like, I'll go check it out after the fact. So I went and watched the video. And then the interviewer says, or asks, hey, what's your favorite thing about the movie? No spoilers. Or favorite character in the movie.
Oh,
He's
God.
like, I gotta say Jean Grey. She's the villain, but everyone's like,
All right. That's like a Tom Holland slip up or something, man. That's crazy.
I would say this. If you hear that before the fact, when you see there's somebody behind the scenes doing something, you would automatically know it's Jean Grey. So it's a pretty significant spoiler.
Yeah, I didn't know Jean Grey was in the movie until like we saw her. Like even when we saw her as a kid, I was like, yo, who is, like, I don't know who that is. I don't recognize her.
So him saying Jean Grey and then confirming she's a villain is just like, bro, what are you doing? So yeah, pretty major spoiler before the premiere, but
that's funny.
Jean Grey. Let's talk about her. How'd you feel about, was it Sadie?
Sadie Sink. I'm gonna be honest. I did not care for her in Stranger Things. I like her here. I think she plays her role really well. Not saying her role was bad in Stranger Things. I just didn't care for her. I thought it was a fantastic plot twist. She was very broken in the movie. My God, just over here like jumping.
Jumping was great.
Even in MJ's body,
was great.
Dude. She like, I don't know
that
why she went for the emotional damage. She could have simply said, hey, I'm gonna jump off the building like she was going to by the end, but she decided to like tease Spider-Man a little bit, saying, oh, I remember you, Tom Holland, it's you. And it's
the
like,
theater,
why'd you do that,
was
man?
like,
yeah, another audible gasp. And I wish they kind of...
I saw it though.
I mean, I get why they didn't do it because, you know, it would shatter the surprise factor that this is actually Jean Grey. But how did Jean Grey go from the guy in the helicopter all the way down to MJ before Spider-Man got there? They never explained that. So that's why, like, I wasn't expecting her, but yeah, it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
I think because they made it seem like Spider-Man had her trapped.
Yeah.
But remember, Metzger and Damage Control, they've narrowed it down saying that the jump area is 33 feet. That's how far, I believe, they said that.
Yeah, 33.
33 feet. But then we saw that Jean, because of her abilities, she can break through that.
Yeah, I'm assuming she just awakened right there. Like, she awakened her powers and, you know, she jumped like 50 feet and then she got away. But it's like, damn. It's crazy.
So the 33 feet is what is for her sister? Was it Sarah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I think that's the limit for her sister. But for Jean, it's basically no limit. So Spidey thinking he had her cornered, that kind of relaxed the audience. But when it was MJ and everything I was like, this is too good. It's
too good to be true, man.
I was like, it's not her. And then what she said? She said, kiss her. You should kiss her. It was like, oh, or something like that. I was like, oh my gosh.
I felt so bad. See, Spider-Man was so happy. Come on.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do it?
And then eventually, MJ does find the letter. But Jean Grey, I would say they do a great job of setting her up. I think they do the villain arc really well, where you understand her trauma, and she relates really well to Spider-Man. I think how they brought it together with the Aunt May the Aunt May conversation because it goes so well for the both of them. And then that moment after Frank comes in and Peter just jumps in the way, I was like, oh man, this guy. I was like, he's so good. And I think what I loved about that part is not only Spider-Man saves Jean, Jean keeps him alive the entire time. Frank is at the
Just
hospital the
breathing.
entire time, right? Breathing for him, which is crazy. Frank is at the hospital the entire time. He wakes up. Frank has the idea to get him out. He just walks out the front door. They're celebrating or cheering Spider-Man on. And I think for one of the first times, he gets his flowers in the midst of the pandemonium without the issues of like being crowded. So he's like, remember they were supposed to like basically forget about him, right? And he's been operating in the shadows this entire time. He doesn't get to bask and just like love that often. So like him being in the middle of everybody just, yo, Spider-Man, we love you. We're happy you're okay. It was really good to see him in that moment.
That kid who's like, just shooting the
and he's like,
webs.
I'm like, ah, come on.
That's so funny, dude.
So that was really great to see. And I think some of the fight sequences towards the end of the film,
they were great, dude. He had like some anime ass like awakening powers where like his eyes turned black and then he was just like
and then they're using samurai, right? So it's just like, oh man,
yeah,
that's
I felt
the both
represented.
I'm
I was
like, yo,
"Jeez,
they
dude."
they understand, they get it. And
Get it. People
that
love
last
ninjas.
sequence, who doesn't love ninjas?
Who doesn't
So
love a good ninja?
that final scene when he finally like takes off the inhibitor and he's just like, all right, man, it is what it is. And he finally accepts the balance. Like, I'm both Peter and I'm both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And he just goes crazy with the webs and just like his strength is insane. His perception is out of this world. It was so satisfying.
I will admit, when he first got those spider powers and he's like testing on the roof, I was kind of like, ugh. Like, what would that feel like?
Yeah.
You know, he's just shooting it out, and then it just
Yeah.
kept on like jizzing out of his hands. I was
Yeah.
like, oh god. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
when it
also be
jizzed out,
grossed
he's like,
out,
oh.
man.
Yeah, it's new for him, right?
Yeah.
I think that the moment where another gasp by the audience was when he used Nacho Scorpion to take out the police car. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
went a little bit too far. I mean, you know,
it was like, whoa.
we've seen like it's funny because up till that point, we actually saw like fucking, I think like 5 police cars explode via the tanks or just random things happening, or Scorpion just blew up like 5 police cars too. But Spider-Man doing it is like, yeah, right. You
and
should
there was
be doing this.
intentional. Yeah, and it was just like he used it, and it was like, wait, and it felt
Spidey?
similar to that Tobey Maguire. Just
The emo Spider-Man, yeah, like the
So, like,
slick
is-
back hair, yeah,
the
like
dancing.
the black jacket.
I thought this is where we were going, and I was like, okay, they're kind of exploring different things. Even the MJ scene where she's falling, and he has to catch her, and then when she, of course, pulls up the mask, I'm like, okay, you're kind of feeding all our different spider senses here, but they went a different way. I'm happy they did. I think they did an amazing job. It is the best Spider-Man film.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Again, my only complaint is like the lack of a big villain. Like even the Hulk felt kind of random. Like they just wanted to bring the Hulk in here for fun.
I liked it because of the through line with the inhibitor and Bruce
Yeah,
Banner.
yeah, it made sense,
So
but I'm just like,
it made sense.
we didn't
Also-
need it per se.
We got Black Widow.
Her
I'm not sure if you've
sister.
seen Thunderbolts. Well, it seems like they're almost confirming that she's a new Black Widow.
Yeah, they're pretty much
Right?
confirming she's a new Black Widow. Yeah.
So I did enjoy her in Thunderbolts. I'm sorry, the New Avengers. So she was pretty good in there, and seeing her here was cool too. You know,
Yeah, she's
and
just
I feel like
taking a bath.
yeah, and that's her office.
Yeah.
I think that they did a good job of having cameos without it feeling kind of overwhelming. Like Marvel was just trying to pigeonhole somebody for another spin-off series or something. Now, people did mention a few references that I wouldn't catch because I didn't read the comics.
Yeah.
But there was one Asian, I think she was Asian, that was in Bruce Banner's classroom. Apparently her name is a spinoff to another where she becomes Spider-Man.
Oh,
Her name is Silk. So people are saying that that was her name. So is this the I guess the succession plan that they have in
Cindy
mind?
Moon Silk.
Cindy Moon. Yes. So she
Interesting.
was in Bruce Banner's classroom. She asked one of the questions. So they're saying, is she going to be working with Spider-Man? Is she going to be a part of the succession plan for Spider-Man in the future? But having her in the classroom there, it just, if you're a diehard, you're probably losing your mind. It's kind of like when we watched the One Piece live action,
Oh
and
God.
we read One Piece, so it's like seeing Barto early or seeing different posters on the wall. We're like, oh, I get that reference. It just feels good.
Yeah, it
It's
just feels
not. It
good.
doesn't matter in the grand scheme, but it just feels good. So I'm sure for Spider-Man fans, they're like, oh, Cindy Moon. So that was cool to kind of find out after the fact. But overall, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I didn't. The overarching bad guy, now you mention it, I can understand why that would be missing. But I think because Jean Grey took up that role for me, I didn't feel that. And Metzger, again, I thought he would do a bit more, but he was fine. But I think they just wanted to keep it super grounded
Yeah, I
more
mean,
than anything.
for me, it's not like I wanted like a Thanos level villain. It's
Right.
more so that with the CEO of Danger Control, I wish we had like more motivation or like just a small backstory, something to build him up and
Yeah.
explain why he's doing things differently with Jean Grey and Sarah Grey comparative to Spider-Man. And not just that, but like the Hand, right? We saw the Hand earlier in the movie because it's like, yeah, Spider-Man fought them and beat them. Superpower ninjas. And then they came back later. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't even know any of these guys, man. Like, for all I know, like, they weren't even like Marvel people in my mind. But, obviously they are. But I got no references with those guys. I do not know anything about them. I don't care about them. They're cool, but
Yeah.
they're just ninjas.
My
I don't even know their
theory
names.
between at all. My theory with them using or treating Spider-Man differently versus Jean and Sarah Grey is for Sarah Grey, they were using her powers to seemingly jump into people to control them. So it's almost like
They wanted that one no matter what.
no matter what, and also how do you go to Sarah and say, hey, we need to experiment on you because we want to be able to use your powers.
They could just say, hey, we're going to feed you and everything. Join the Avengers. Just every Tuesday, come in for some testing. I don't know.
But it seems like
man.
it's painful,
There were
too.
ways around it, but also, do you think that Sarah's actually dead?
No, how they probably rewired the Hand, they probably did the same to Sarah. So she probably shows back up, and
But
she
she's like
could be the next.
lobotomized.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
could be the next antagonist, or she could show up in the next X-Men movie or something.
Yeah, if we don't see a dead
She's not
body,
dead,
she might still be there.
No,
Yeah,
she's not dead.
yeah.
She's not dead. You just
The
you keep her in the
VMAX
background.
thing. The VMAX thing was so funny when we learned like what that was really about.
Yeah, they were had us on this wild goose. It felt like one of those Spider-Man episodes I used to watch back in the day. We thought it was something super crazy, and ends up being like something super
Air
silly, but
conditioner.
it makes sense. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like,
but it's
oh,
also
okay.
like kind of it's laced with sadness because it's like that's like the last thing the sister saw before
Yeah,
she passed away. All she could
They-
say was air conditioning. It's like
I
Hodor.
think they did just a really good job with keeping things simple here. Like I said, they could have gave us some Metzger backstory, added like another, typically for somebody like Cecil or Metzger, they're not superheroes, but they have like a strong like person next to them that can be
Yeah.
like the main guy. They didn't really have that in this film, right? So again, the focus was on Spidey, Jean Grey. You bring Frank Castle in. You kind of more focus on like the character writing. More exposition would have been nice. I wouldn't mind it if the movie went like another 20 minutes, but overall, enjoyable Spidey film for me, the best Spider-Man film.
Very good.
As far as live action, I don't know if I'd put it over Into the Spider-Verse.
I'm not a big fan of Into the Spider-Verse, so I'd have this over
I
it.
love it.
But
I love Into the Spider-Verse.
one thing I want to ask you, Brago. Again, I'm not into the comics, but do you know what the hell that post-credit scene was?
So, I've been doing some digging.
All right, here we go. What's the theory?
The theory is because we lost Spider-Man, then we found him in another universe. They're saying this is something from the comics, so it's Spider-Man from another verse. So they're saying Tobey Maguire
Oh God,
is yeah.
dude,
That's the theory.
I would love Tobey Maguire back in here. That was such
Yeah.
a great movie. I need to rewatch that one. That was
They're
so
saying
much
that's
fun.
what's happening. So I'm like, oh, that's fun. I like that idea a lot.
Huh.
So, while I was doing digging, I even found like an interview where Tom Holland was saying that after working with Andrew and Toby, he started feeling like his Spider-Man days were over. Where I don't know if it's like a confidence thing or just like being with those guys, just like, yeah, maybe my time is up. Where maybe the comparisons, but also this is why I love what happened to him in the Odyssey, because you have that outside success where nobody can look at you and say you're just a one-hit wonder, bro. That's all you are. Because you have like literally another $1 billion movie.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
is-
he even had another movie
that you
which
were
was like
part of.
what, The Devil All the Time or something. Like a while
Yeah, I
back.
think he's been in some good roles. I think for public perception, they just remember the hits.
Yeah.
Like the ones that like they really do well. So even for Hugh Jackman, right, for the Wolverine thing, like I think The Prestige is an amazing movie, but people are like, yo, what's your next big thing? But then you have movies like Van Helsing that were like,
Yeah, and plus you got to consider how many people watch one movie compared to
Right.
the next, right? Like everybody's watching
Right,
Spider-Man,
so-
not everybody's watching like these other ones.
yeah. And then when you think of like actors and like the progression, I didn't realize till I did more research that most actors, they like look at acting as like somewhat the bottom of the totem pole, where you're in what you do the employee. So you have to listen to the director, the producer. So you would like to produce more. You would like to become a director.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So Tom even said in this film he was more involved than he's ever been. Basically a producer. So you know, this kind of gives some more leeway into that realm for him. So I'm happy for Tom Holland. Man.
Me too. And with that post-credit scene, I've seen people saying that like it could just be like a lead into like Avengers Doomsday. Like, yeah, like, you know, he's in outer space, you know, maybe that's what's happening here. I have heard about like the second Spider-Man theories.
Yeah.
I've also seen somebody say that Tom Holland's just getting teleported to outer space out of nowhere. I also like the idea that Venom is finally going to come into the MCU. Like maybe they're going to acquire Venom, and somehow, some way, like they're gonna do a spin on that.
Would you want a different actor? Younger than Tom Hardy?
That's a tough one. I
Because
don't
I love Tom
know.
Hardy.
I love Tom Hardy, but you know, with that, it comes with a lot of baggage because like he already has so much going for him in Venom. Like so much has already happened with Carnage and all that. So it's like if we bring Tom Hardy in, we bring in all of that lore, which could work with all the multiverses, but I don't know.
I wouldn't mind a Venom.
Yeah, bring in a Venom.
Even if it's Tom Hardy. I think Tom Hardy does the role really well. I'm just, whatever they decide to do with Spider-Man, I just want Tom Holland for the next 3 at least. I'm
For
okay
the
with
next 3. That's crazy.
I think you can get at least 2 more.
I think he'll do 2 more at max, with the next one being a build up for like the next Spider-Man.
One thing they did, you did feel in this film though, was that he's older. Even makes references to it, like I'm not a teenager anymore.
Yeah,
You know?
like he was stretching. He was talking about
Warming up
healthcare
and
and
stretching.
I remember
yeah.
like during those sequences, I was like, man, I gotta stretch nowadays too, man. I keep on pulling my legs, man.
I
That's
get
something.
It. I 1000% get it. So, you know, who knows where Tom Holland's going to be in his career in the next 5-6 years? You know, maybe he might get to a point where he's like, I'm done. I'm good. I'll do one more. But for the most part, depending on how this film continues to track, where Marvel now realizes again, Spider-Man is kind of their cash cow.
I mean,
This is
dude,
who everybody's interested in.
you compare it to like the other Marvel shows and movies they've been putting out. Spider-Man is like, it's like the only one from this this bracket right now, right? What do they call like generation or no, like phase?
Yeah,
Spider-Man's
Phase
like the most
4? Is it
popular
Phase
one.
4?
It's something like that. Yeah, Phase 4.
I think it's something like that. Well, I think with Marvel, we have a lot of positive memories from like the early phases.
Yeah.
But the early phases had some misses too.
Oh,
Some bad
100%.
misses. I think what made the early phases enjoyable is that we had a lot of great movies in the midst of the bad misses. Marvel in this recent phase, they just blitzed us with a lot of TV shows and mediocre TV shows. And it felt like every time we started enjoying a TV show, they were canceling it when we liked it.
And part of my
So-
French, but like, the Thunderbolts, for example, they don't really hold a candle to like the old Avengers, right? They're the new Avengers. That's cool and all. But like,
It's not close.
comparing the
It's
hero
not close.
quality, it's like, yeah, like they're dope,
It
but
is not close.
they're not close to the OGs.
And I enjoyed the Thunderbolts because I didn't have any expectations. And I was like, oh, this ended up being a fun film. Then when they revealed it to be the new Avengers, I'm like, I don't know about that one. But we'll see. But I think they went the route of like, and I think even Kevin Feige talked about it, where they went quantity over quality, where it's just so many TV shows, just crossovers, spin-offs. And it's like, all right, how about we build it right, like we did the last time? I think because they were so successful with Endgame and Infinity War, it was like, oh, they're just gonna love anything we put out now. And then the unfortunate passing of Chadwick as well with Black Panther, so it led to
Yeah.
just like a bunch of different things happening that just didn't work out, even box office wise. The only constant, and the few constants, like for the most part, has been Spider-Man. And he brought back Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, and
Captain America's
there are
coming
rumors
back.
that he's gonna right. It's just they're bringing back even the Captain America movie didn't work out. It's just, I think after the success they had, they maybe got too arrogant with everything they were putting out. It was like, oh, they just love the MCU. Everybody wants to watch 20 TV shows to understand what's going
She-Hulk.
on. I WandaVision, even though I enjoyed WandaVision,
I love WandaVision.
but that's one of the few shows I
Loki was good
watched.
too.
I watched like a few episodes of Loki, probably like 5 or 6 episodes.
Damn.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. But I think what happened, I was like, all right, after Loki, what else do I have to watch? Like what else are you going to make me watch? So I think I just stopped after that. And I watched a bit of Moon Knight. I don't know if you watch Moon Knight.
Mm-mm.
I think I watched like 2 episodes of Moon Knight.
I heard about it though. Got the gist of it.
Yeah, then I was like, I'm good. It just became too much. At the end of the day, I understand like producing these shows to kind of build the next Avengers film, but it's uninteresting. You got to do it the right way. And then, I kind of feel the same way about Superman, where they're trying, like back in the day when we had the original Superman and Wonder Woman, and they were like building it the wrong way, where all of a sudden we got a Justice League movie. It was like, whoa,
Where'd this
we don't
come
have a
from?
Cyborg movie yet, like the Flash movie. Like, what are we doing? And it ended up being
Aggressively mid.
mediocre. Yeah, very painfully mediocre. Even though I did enjoy the Snyder cut, painfully mediocre. Let's just do it the right way. So, hopefully this makes them understand that. But overall, brand new day, guys. Fantastic film. Give us your thoughts. How do you feel about it? What was your favorite moment in Brand New Day? Sai, any movies you're looking forward to within the next year?
I am really looking forward to a movie called Other Mommy.
Other Mother?
I think it's called Other Mommy, but yeah.
Yes, Other Mommy. Yeah, I saw the trailer to that. People are like, why not just call it Other Mother?
I think it's because it's like
Yeah.
from the perspective of like a little girl.
Yeah.
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 It's weird
I
to
saw
say
that
mommy, but yeah, I mean that's the title.
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
It was a
I
good
went
jump
in
scare.
not really knowing
Good
what was
jump
gonna
scare.
happen. I got jump scared, dude. I was
Yeah,
like, what
good
the
jump
hell?
scare. Really good jump
What?
scare. So
A trailer?
Yeah, it was Jessica Chastain, right?
Yeah, I
Jessica
thought
Chastain.
it looks interesting. I am a horror movie lover, so that is definitely on my radar. Outside of that, I'm not too sure. I kind of just take it how it comes. Like usually Brago will say, "Hey, you're gonna watch this," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know that was coming. I'll check it out."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how it goes.
Obviously it's Doomsday later this year.
Oh God.
With Avengers and Dune dropping. So looking forward to
People
that.
are calling it the double Dune.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. But I mean, otherwise, I don't think there are any films that I'm really looking forward to other than those right now. But there's something else that they're probably missing. But I would say horror right now is really on the upward trajectory. People are realizing like, let's just keep it simple for horror flicks,
Yeah.
and we'll be okay. So, I expect within the next 2-3 years, we're gonna have like a crazy run of people just dropping like horror flicks.
I mean, they're cheap.
Just over
They're
and
just
over and
so
over.
cheap to make.
Right. And I think with horror flicks, you don't need insane star power. Just need a good story.
Like
Good
Obsession.
plot. I think it does well. It does even better when you don't know the actors, actually.
Yeah.
Even you can have exceptions like Sinister, because Sinister had wait, was he in the film?
You know
our
the dad,
boy
right?
From what was his name? He's from Training Day. He's been
look
in
him up.
other horror films.
Sinister movie cast.
Oh my gosh, what is his name?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. He's in Black Phone as well. So yeah, Ethan Hawke, he's been like behind a lot of, it seems like that's his lane. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ethan Hawke comes out with like a horror film in the coming years. But no. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, amazing job. Give it a strong 9 out of 10.
I'd say
That's a
9.5. Again, only complaint
I even
is
said
wish the villains were a little bit cooler, but it is what it is. I still like Jean Grey as like the antagonist for like a majority of the movie. Love seeing Nacho Varga. That stupid line, dude, they made him say. I get it. It's a superhero, Marvel
Which
comic
one?
thing. I
Did you
kind
miss
of
me, Spider-Man?
cringed, but I was like, it was kind of funny. He turned around. He's like, huh, "Didn't you know scorpions are nocturnal?" And I was just like,
yeah.
all right, whatever, dude. Like, he's just saying that out of nowhere. I was laughing so hard, but I think it's like one of those things. Like, it's so cheesy, it's good.
It's super campy. I was like, oh, okay. We're watching Spider-Man. We're here.
Like, bro,
again, it was just really good.
So much.
It's really good seeing Nacho again.
Yeah.
It's really good seeing like those characters, Nacho, Tina,
the Punisher,
Mike, Milicic. Just seeing all of those guys, it was like really, really cool.
We need the Punisher in Avengers Doomsday, by the way, 100%.
I think
we need him to shoot
question that he's
Robert Downey Jr. for no reason.
I think he's definitely right. He's gonna think the guns are gonna work. Like, let me get a go at him. He's like, Frank, like, what are we doing, Frank?
Yeah. Like Galactus pulls up and he's like, let me just shoot him a little bit. Come on.
Let me just shoot him real quick.
Well, have you tried my
Peter, let me
pistol?
do it, Peter. Nah, it feels like a big brother, little brother, but like the little brother always has to look out for the big brother, and he doesn't care for the little brother, but he actually loves him a lot.
Yeah.
So I love that dynamic so much. Really, really good movie. Again, guys, let us know what you think. Like the video. We will try not to stay away this long anymore.
Oh God.
There are a lot of things we want to cover and talk about. So
we'll try not to be lazy, guys. We apologize.
Apologies,
please.
man. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Peace out.